Live the American dream, but end up living the American nightmare.
A nightmare indeed, but in May of 2008, Tim Cole's nightmare was interrupted with a bit of good news.
The DNA evidence came back showing that Cole was wrongfully convicted of rape. At the 10-year anniversary now of that crucial breakthrough, KAMC's Avery is taking a look at the legacy of the case tonight, and she joins us with more on that from the statue in Lubbock that bears Cole's name.
You've probably driven past the memorial. It reads, "And justice for all," just steps away from the Tech campus in downtown. But I talked to Tim Cole's brother about how even decades later, they're still fighting for that justice.
Not when he died, not when he was born. Magnificent life in the dash. That's the most important part.
When Corey Session visits his brother Tim Cole, it takes him right back.
It's a scab that gets pulled back when you talk about it. Doesn't seem like 10 years have gone by, but the calendar doesn't lie.
His brother, a veteran and former student at Texas Tech, was arrested, picked out of a lineup, and tried, before dying behind bars in 1999 as a convicted rapist.
They were blind and chose to be blind.
Until a new district attorney, Matt Powell, did something Session says few DAs at the time would have done.
He said, yeah, we'll test it.
We had received a letter that, another man saying that he'd committed the crime, and believe it or not, we get letters like that quite a bit. There was nobody that could ever force us to do new DNA testing, but it was the right thing to do.
And in May of 2008, the results came back, pinning the crime on a man named Jerry Wayne Johnson.
To my knowledge, this is the only case that we've done additional testing on that have shown a different suspect. My job's not to get convictions, it's to seek justice. And justice in that case was proven that Timothy Cole didn't commit that offense.
It was an I told you so moment for everyone.
But instead of responding with bitterness and hate, Cole's family spent the next 10 years at the state capitol fighting for change.
Our great loss was a great gain for the state of Texas and the wrongfully convicted.
Now more than $68 million have been paid out to help the wrongfully convicted under the Tim Cole Act, with the help of legislators, including now University Chancellor Robert Duncan.
The case was the symbol of the issue that's not just in Texas, it's a nationwide issue. We've deprived them of liberty, and so giving them the opportunity to have a future has been important.
Duncan says it's not just about the fight for compensation, but for true justice.
To allow for a new process post-conviction to be able to examine DNA evidence that was not examined or did not have the technology to be examined in earlier times.
And as long as this is here.
Corey always says the eyes of the justice system were closed.
But Tim Cole helped open them up.
And decades later, Tim is still watching.
To make sure that people don't forget that this can happen if we are not careful and exact.
Ensuring justice for all.
If you'd like to know more about how the Tim Cole Act is working today, you can find that on the innocenceproject.org or on our website, everythinglubbock.com. For now, reporting live at the Tim Cole statue, I'm Avery Travis, KAMC News.
Avery.